Hey guys, welcome to Unfiltered with me, Nolu Malope, and
Zoliswa King.
Zoliswa. I don't know why she's whispering. I don't know. I think you need more coffee. So you don't whisper.
Zoliswa King.
We are doing a weekly wrap up of some of this week's hottest topics and our thoughts on it. This is called Unfiltered, so remember, don't come here and be filtered and scripted. We're supposed to be just saying what we really think, and not filtering it and making it sound all pretty and nice. Just tell the truth, right? See, you've been filtered already with the slow motion coffee. Anyway, I'm gonna get straight into it while she's being awkward and weird. The first thing I want us to talk about, Zoe, because I know you are like an avid church goer. Zoe goes to church Thursday. Service, Friday, youth service, Saturday, let's clean the church, Sunday, she's there every day.
Yeah, I be cleaning the pews.
You be there every day.
I've been praying for you.
So I want to know, right? Church is opening.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Level 3.
Yes.
Are you going to church?
Andy Z. Hell no. Am I ever gonna go? Hell no. No, I'm not.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna kick you out of church after that. Hey, they're kicking you out. Okay, because I've got my own thoughts about it, right?
What's your thoughts?
But I feel like I'm not a person that goes to church every Sunday. So it's unfair for me to be sitting here in my, I don't go to church every Sunday and saying to other people, don't go to church, because I can't relate to why during a global pandemic you'd feel the need to go to church. I think people that go to church very often would be the ones that have but in a better position to say do you guys really why? I want you to explain, why do you guys want to go to church so bad during a global pandemic?
But isn't that the point? Isn't that the point that we are the church, and that the church is not a building. It's not a place. It's the people in the church. So yes, fellowship. We have to fellowship, and community and all of that. But I think the greatest thing about what God has done during this pandemic is to show that the church is its people. I mean, shout out to my church, Every Nation Rose, and every other church. It's just been so still going on during this pandemic and doing it online and all of that.
And churches have done
so much. I mean, people are like, churches, church, global corona, but you guys are scared of going to church. Yes, because the Bible says that common sense is a gift, and it's we are not about to put ourselves into danger. So I think it's dangerous for the state to just say, hey, 50 people. Number one, most churches are made up of more than 50 people. Number one. Number two. Number two. Besides that, it's putting people at risk. So how did they even come up with yes, I miss my people at church and all of that stuff, and it's great, but I don't agree to going back to church because number one, number two, we all travel very differently, public transport, and we go there
and you social distance at church.
Oh really?
And you stay away from each other, and the ushers won't touch you when you fall down.
Then you're gonna get hurt.
Because I feel
then you're gonna get hurt. No, then also, there's points where we need to even hold each other's hands.
Then you won't hold each other's hands when you pray.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Put your hands in the air and feel your brother. Tell your brother, I'm holding your hand in spirit. I'm holding your hand in spirit.
You're gonna put this band. But on the real, I think it's irresponsible to send people out and expect them, number one, not to act as people, because people want to hug, touch, catch up. I haven't seen you in forever. Clap your hands, brothers. Give it to your sister next door, all of that stuff. I think it's really irresponsible. Number two, if the infections every day are going up and the death rate in the country because of the Rona, why are we letting people go there?
That's my problem, right? So I also, and that's why I was like, I don't want to say it first because, I don't go to church every Sunday, so I can't be sitting here and saying, don't go to church, churchgoers. But I do go to church sometimes. When I go to church, it's very nice. I love church. But my issue, I live up. I can run to church. I can jog to the church, come back. My only issue is how did they come to that decision that it is safe to open up churches and have 50 people go to church? Issue number one. 50 people, are they the congregants going to church, or is the church only allowed to have 50 people at a time? So the staff plus the congregants. And I don't know how.
You didn't consider that.
Your staff, how many The staff alone is like 50 and more.
Yeah.
So once you've got 50 congregants coming in, you've got 100 and something people in the church at a time. Or I don't understand how they make sense of that, number one, right? So it doesn't make sense to me and the churches that I go to. It really doesn't. Number two, if we're still flattening the curve, how is this assisting to flatten the curve if we're doing social gatherings of 50? Number three, if you're opening up the churches and 50 people can go to church, why aren't small restaurants, hairdressers, small businesses that take less than, there are a lot of small businesses that take in less than 50 people at a time that are still closed at this time when you're opening up a church? It makes no sense. If it's about opening up the economy, there's other businesses that contribute to the economy more than church does. Why don't you open those businesses up instead of the church? And if it is about spirituality and the fact that people need the church during these tough times, people are going through depression, people are going through anxiety, they need the church, then just, there has to be another solution. Because digital churches, you know, during this period, you guys have been going through church via Zoom.
We guys, you
churchgoers.
You also be within.
Yes, you go to church online, right? You also fellowship online, right? Does that not help? If it's about the anxiety and the depression that people have been feeling and the fact that they need to go to church, does that not help you when you are on church, you know, via like Zoom or online?
I guess
it's not effective.
It's about the extroverts, you know, and the omniverts who have been missing you.
Oh, poor
who have been missing the personal touch. You know what I mean? it really is that. So I do understand. I do
that there are people that need.
I do relate and I do empathize with people that do miss personal touch and personal connection, and I get that, you know. And we are not in any way saying that church is opening up, hey, we're not going against it, but we're just saying that it's a global pandemic, and number one, we are still getting our ish together, you know, as a country, in terms
as
of
the world,
but especially in this country, in terms of like our healthcare system, our response
our
system.
healthcare system is not ready.
Everything, not yet ready.
But you know, we must go out and go to churches and go back to life as usual. And my other thing is, if Corona is no longer as serious as you guys told us it is, as the government. I'm directing this to the government and those people that were telling us everything about Corona. If it's not as serious as you said it is, and if it's really a negligible virus like the flu or whatever, right? Come out and say, guys, here's the situation. This thing is like flu. People are dying at the rate of flu or less. Tell us the real deal. Like, is it not that important anymore? Is it not that serious anymore? So that we know that it is safe to go back out into the world and go back to life as it was. Because we listened to you guys. We respected what you said. You said we must lock down, we must stay indoors, we must wear masks. And we respected our leaders. But now when our leaders are making wishy-washy decisions that don't make sense to the everyday person, you know, you start to question whether we should be following what they're saying to begin with, and whether we should respect the guidelines that they present with us, or we should just use our own common sense.
How did they make the decisions? How did you guys?
I think the church put pressure on them
with the fact that, okay, on the one, yes, put pressure on us, but at the end of the day, we've also got stats. Which church also? Because that would also be so irresponsible. So this is another thing that I want to present also. Uti, as people that are believers, we are not afraid of dying, or because I see these memes and things would say, oh, but you say you believe in God, and God, yes, God is still God, and God is still powerful, but God, number one, who created the laws of nature, of gravity and all of that, also respects his own laws. So also according to sickness like this, whatever, God is not going to just tell his children to go out there and kill themselves. I know some pastors that went to the war China and they were like, the Lord will, the Lord is great, the Lord loves you, but that is very irresponsible and very stupid. So don't do that. God is not that sort of God. God respects the creation as well, right? And another thing is, number two, is the fact that just back to what you were saying about the leaders, are they not seeing the media's reports about people that are dying? And number one, where does the media even get it? They get them from the healthcare system, which the government should be like sitting next to and getting all these stuff.
The week before they opened up the churches, I won't even mention the church. It's unfiltered, but I'm scared. I'm scared of the churches.
You're not going to say.
I'm not going to mention the churches. Literally, there were churches that were threatening the government and saying that,
guys.
I'm telling you, abantu bakho, I'm joking. Not your church, but there were churches. No, there were churches that were coming out threatening the government and saying that when you guys need us for elections, you come to us and you ask for our congregants to vote for you. Don't ask us this next time because you guys have shut down churches and we need churches to operate because they're losing a lot of money during this period.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of pressure on the government to open up churches, which is why it's one of the reasons why I'm upset about it, because it makes me feel like you're not making decisions based on the greater good of the nation. So you're making me question, as a government, if any of the decisions you're ever making are for the greater good of the nation or they're political decisions based on your own things that you want to get out of it. That's the problem. And if the everyday, I'm not even a political if the everyday person is starting to feel like this, you need to worry about the message that you're bringing across as leadership to the everyday person.
And look, and big ups for considering us as a church, because I saw those videos of people going to church on the streets. Yes, my brothers, my sisters, my peoples. You know, I get that. I get that you missed it. But guys, we are like right now, we do not want to. Yes, be safe. Be saved, be praying and all, but be careful, because at the end of the day, you know, make sure, like you know when you don't know when you and God are gonna meet, you know, together. But by you putting yourself in that situation, you don't want to be part of like untimely death.
I respect people that and that's why I started off by saying I don't want to judge. I'm not judging the people, and nothing I said was about the people that feel they need to go to church, because I understand. I'm not an everyday church goer. I don't go 10 times a week like you guys go. So I understand that there are people that need to go there and need the fellowship. I'm more fighting the government's decision, and I feel like as leadership they're being irresponsible. But I do understand if you need to go to church, if you need to fellowship with people and touch and feel the vibrations in the room, I get it and I respect that. I don't have anything against you, but I think churches should not be open. That's my closing statement.
And also they just shouldn't be open till it is open.
So it's safe. And if it's safe now, if it's safe at level 3, please come and say, my fellow children. What does he say when you open his speeches? Fellow people. That's real. Then come and say to us, my fellow people, it is now safe to go out. Everyone can go back to life as usual. You can go back to gathering in massive numbers. You can go back to going to church. You can open up businesses. Tell us. We will trust your word for it and we'll carry on with our lives. But don't say you're flattening the curve. We're in a global pandemic, but you guys some of you can go to church. The rest of you must stay home.
Because it also, what are the numbers today? What are the numbers today in terms of death rate, infection rates? How we're also making sure that those churches are also, I mean, if village churches are allowed to, what are the regulations that are put in place for all of those things? So I'm just saying, like, love God, love people, stay safe.
Be careful, stay safe.
Yes. And also tell us what you guys think of.
Please, yes. What do you guys think?
Church opening?
Are you going to church?
Also, another, if you're from another religion, like, how are you guys doing it? How is this actually being regulated? So
and big ups also to the churches that have decided for the safety of their congregants, they will remain closed until the stats prove that it is safe to go back out. But let us know, what do you guys think? Are you going to church? Do you want to go to church? Should they be open? Should they not be? And I think that's it on that topic. That was one of the heated topics of the week.